Hi, everybody, and welcome to Gulf Coast Wrestling. A tremendous hour event coming up today. We have quite a bit coming your way. As a matter of fact, why don't we get Al Roberts to tell us exactly what we're going to see on today's program.
Okay, John, thank you, and hello, everyone. Welcome to Gulf Coast Wrestling. Our first match this afternoon is going to be Matt Rivera against Dick Dunn. We've got Diamond Lil and Princess Little Dove, midget girls, going to wrestle this afternoon. We've also got the Islanders against Ricky Fields and Georgia Sweet. You want to stick around for that. That'll be a 2 out of 3 fall match. And we've got a standby match just in case we have some time left, the Pro against Rip Tyler.
And, of course, Al, the battle for the belts are getting a little more heated as we go on week to week. And we'll be telling you about all of those with special interviews with each of the wrestlers. But right now, let's take time out for this message.
Do one fall with a 10-minute time limit. One fall, 10 minutes. Introducing in the corner to my right, weighing in at 229 pounds from Puerto Rico, Matt Rivera. Matt Rivera. His opponent, 222 pounds, East Lowry, Alabama, Dick Dunn. Dick Dunn. Larry Brock's a referee. One fall, 10 minutes.
Okay, Al Roberts back about ready to get underway. This is our first look at Matt Rivera, and of course he's going up against the old peanut farmer himself, Dynamite Dick Dunn, and here is the action in the ring, and Al Roberts to call it for you.
Thank you very much, John. Matt Rivera from Puerto Rico steps in with a side headlock to make the first move in our first match in Gulf Coast Wrestling's edition here against Dick Dunn, 220-pounder from East Lowry. Been around a long time, knows all the moves about professional wrestling. Another side headlock from the left side by Matt Rivera. Dick Dunn trying to break out of that hold. Can't quite do it as Rivera puts the pressure on now. Referee is Larry Brock. He asked Dick Dunn if he wants to give up already, and Dick Dunn says, Rivera still with a headlock on Dick Dunn. As John said, this is our first look at Rivera, but he comes in very highly touted. Dunn with a leg drop takes him down for the count of 1. Good move by Dick Dunn, breaking that headlock by Matt Rivera. They're in the ropes now. Dick Dunn forcing Rivera into the ropes. And there's the break. Nice takedown by Matt Rivera on Dick Dunn for the count of 1. Rivera now has the arm bar on the left arm of Dick Dunn. Dick Dunn drops down, breaks the hold, tries for the pin, but Rivera bridges out. Rivera goes back to the side headlock now from the left side. This is our first match, one fall, 10-minute time limit. Dick Dunn blocked down by Rivera. Rivera comes right back with that headlock. Rivera still with the advantage. Dick Dunn working on the chin, trying to break it. Dick Dunn throws him off. Another body block. Down goes Dunn. Off the ropes comes Rivera. Over Dunn one time and comes right back into the headlock on Dick Dunn. I think Dunn was looking to do a little body tossing there, but Rivera came in with a headlock and once again has the advantage on Dick Dunn. Dick Dunn picks up the leg, and of course Rivera loses his balance and into the ropes. Clean break. Matt Rivera and Dick Dunn. Rivera with a 9-pound advantage. He's 229. Dick Dunn in there with a hammerlock. Came out of that one nicely to take advantage of Matt Rivera right now. Trips him and puts him down. Dick Dunn on top now with the hammerlock from the top. Rivera is on the mat. Very near the ropes. Referee Larry Brock over there checking. Rivera up on one knee now as Dunn puts some more pressure on that left arm of Matt Rivera. Now they go into the ropes. Referee Larry Brock calls for the break, and there it is. Out to the middle of the ring again. Dick Dunn down and under. Here he comes up with a hammerlock. Good move by Dick Dunn. There's a takedown again, lifting that leg. And he comes down on top of that arm. Referee Brock asking Rivera if he wants to give up, and he shakes his head no. You probably saw it. Dick Dunn now. Still with the advantage here on top of Matt Rivera. Rivera rolls to his back now for the count of one. Almost the count of three, and he finally rolls on over. Once again, Rivera's on top for the count of one, the count of two again on Matt Rivera. Big Dunn up in the knee, comes into the left arm of Rivera. Rivera now trying to get up on one knee, does. Now they're in the standing position. Dick Dunn with a hammerlock from the front side now, and he's putting some pressure in there as he has that arm locked up pretty tight. You can see him lift up, actually picking Rivera off the mat. Rivera, though, staggers and pushes Dick Dunn into the ropes. Referee calls for the break, and there it is, another clean break. There they go. Matt Rivera back to the headlock again. Dick Dunn with a body toss into the ropes. Rivera comes down with a block. Now with a headlock, takes him down for the count of no count yet. Dunn's elbow is off. Whoop, there's the count of one. His arm was off the mat as it came down. Rivera now has the headlock on Dick Dunn. Right in the middle of the ring. Matt Rivera with the advantage here, as the advantage has switched hands 2 or 3 times so far. Again, a body toss. Dick Dunn with a leg trip. Down goes Matt Rivera. And Dick Dunn, again, comes up with the hammerlock from the top side. Ooh, there goes a knee into that left arm. Dick Dunn with the pressure on. That seemed to be Dick's favorite hold in this first match, while Rivera has reverted to the headlock when he is in the offensive position. Rolling and rolling. They're near the ropes. Referee Brock checks it out. They're very close to the ropes. Dick Dunn with the advantage, talking to the referee, saying he's not out. He's still got the hold, and he's going to make sure he's in that ring. There you go. Look at that pressure he puts on. Now Rivera reaches down and lets that leg up. A toe hold by Matt Rivera. You could probably hear Dick Dunn answering the referee as he asked about a submission. Dick Dunn says no, he does not want to give up. 10-minute time limit here in our first fall. Still the toe hold being administered by Matt Rivera. Puts a little twist to it and now pulls back on the left leg of Dick Dunn. Matt Rivera now has the legs locked up, and now he's working on an arm bar on Dick Dunn. That's an interesting hold right there. Dunn unlocks his leg just enough to get Rivera into the ropes and out of the ring, barely. He grabbed hold of that middle rope. He barely kept his balance, but the hold was broken. Good move by Dick Dunn as he was able to force Rivera out of the ring. Back in the middle now, Dick Dunn and Rivera into the ropes. Clean break. Dunn. Takedown into an arm bar. Dick Dunn with the advantage now. This has really switched hands a couple of times. An excellent match. We're seeing some good holds and some good execution. Dick Dunn, as we said, goes back into that hammerlock now, which seems to be his favorite hold this afternoon. You can hear Dick Dunn talking to Matt Rivera, saying, come on, give up, give up. But he's not. Dick Dunn still with the advantage. Rivera with the takedown on Dick Dunn, breaks the hold. Good move. Chin lock now. Dick Dunn swoops out into that hammerlock again. Both men are up. Rivera, body toss, Dick Dunn with a block. Down goes Rivera. Dunn with a takedown into an armbar again. Good action by Dick Dunn and Matt Rivera. Rivera breaks the hold, but Dunn comes right back with a takedown and the armbar. One fall, 10-minute time limit match. Time limit's just about coming up, I imagine. There's a front armbar now. Takes him down with that. Both gentlemen's arms are locked up. And now Dunn putting pressure on the chin of Matt Rivera. For the count of 2 over here. There's a count of 2 again. Rivera raises that right shoulder, gets it off the mat. There's a count of 2 again. Dick Dunn now going from the front side. There's a count of 1. 30 seconds remaining in this first fall. They're near the ropes over here. And there's the break. The wrestlers shake hands in the middle. Has a headlock by Dick Dunn. Switches it into an armbar from the rear side. Trying for the takedown. Dick Dunn asking for the submission himself. That's it. That's it. That's our first match this afternoon. And hey, I'll tell you what, pretty doggone good. Dick Dunn from East Lowry, Alabama, and Matt Rivera, 229-pounder from Puerto Rico. Our first look at him, and I hope you enjoyed it. Both wrestlers, an excellent performance up in the ring. A draw was the official decision. We've got more coming up for you in just a minute.
Tuesday night in Mobile, Alabama, a special Mardi Gras card, also a special bell time, 8:30. The main event, the Gulf Coast Tag Team Championship match, Ricky Fields and Bobby Fields against the Islanders. The semi-main event will be the Wrestling Pro against Rip Tyler for the Alabama State belt of Rip Tyler. The Wrestling Pro is with us at Mike's side and has a little something to say.
All right, let me tell you something, Mr. John Goss. A couple of weeks ago, I put my bet up against Terry Latham 2 weeks running. Now, Rip come in here, hollered he wanted a championship match. He think he could beat me. Well, let me tell you something. I want a chance at his belt. That's the only way that I'll ever give him a chance at my belt, is I get a chance at the Alabama State belt. Rip Tyler's got about 30 or 40 pounds on me, but I don't worry about that, because let me tell you something. I am the Alabama, well, I will be the Alabama State champion just as quick as that match is over.
Okay, don't miss that big card Tuesday night in Mobile, Alabama.
Our next event scheduled one fall with a 15-minute time limit. One fall, 15 minutes. Introducing in the corner to my right from Richmond, Virginia, Diamond Lil. Diamond Lil. Her opponent from Cherokee, North Carolina, Princess Little Dove. Little Dove. One fall, 15 minutes.
Okay, Al, looks like we have quite an exciting match come up. All the matches I've ever seen, of course, with the midgets involved are very exciting, and midget girls, they just put a little extra flavor. Here we go. Take it over, Al.
All right, Diamond Lil with the first advantage. It was Princess Little Dove in the corner there trying to get ready for the match, but Diamond Lil said no way, and now we're at it already. Our first look at the midget ladies in the 1977 Gulf Coast season. Into the turnbuckle, and it's Princess Little Dove down. Diamond Lil on the attack. Into the corner. Into the turnbuckle again. Princess Little Dove wasting no time. Forearm to the back sends Little Dove down through the ropes. Princess Little Dove is down and on the tile floor here. Diamond Lil taking over right away. Princess Little Dove stunned. Trying to get back up into the ring, can't do it. She's kicked back out again by Diamond Lil. As you mentioned, John, there's hardly a dull moment when these two get at it.
Well, Princess Little Dove trying to get back in the ring, and her opponent's keeping her out. She's not going to defeat her out on the floor. But I tell you what, she's really bouncing her off of that terrazzo towel each time, Al.
That definitely takes something out of you. She rolls under the little rope, the bottom rope. Forearm to the midsection against the rope by Diamond Lil, and down goes Princess Little Dove. Front headlock by Diamond Lil. Diamond Lil with a foot to the chest. To Princess Little Dove. There's a right to the midsection, and it's Princess Little Dove again. A forearm to the chest. Down goes Diamond Lil. Through the rope. But Diamond Lil holds on. She's still in the ring. Now, Princess Little Dove's going to get ready. She was not completely undressed for this match. Now she is, and now she's ready. As you remember at the outset, she got attacked in her corner as she was getting ready. Drop kick. Down goes Diamond Lil. She steps out of the rope. Little Dove says, no way. Flips her through. Princess Little Dove to the attack. Body drop. Down goes Diamond Lil. For the count of one, the count of two, she bridges out. Princess Little Dove coming back. There's a right to the midsection. And a forearm smash to the back. Sends Princess Little Dove down now. Diamond Lil to the attack. By the hair. Flips her once. Flips her twice. Again. By the hair, no less. Into the rope. On top of the pin is Diamond Lil. The count of two, and that's it. Princess Little Dove bridges out just in time. Body slam by Diamond Lil. Then a foot to the chin of Princess Little Dove. Diamond Lil signifying that she's ready. Into the ropes, using that rope to choke. Flips her back off. Referee Larry Brock stepping in there. You better watch out. Diamond Lil with a choke right off the bat, right there. Picked her up, dropped her again. Princess Little Dove down. Diamond Lil with a foot to the back. One more time. From the backside, there's a chin lock. Now she's pulling the hair from this side. Referee Larry Brock couldn't see it. Yeah, he did see it, though, cost of the break. Into the ropes again. There's the choke. Flips her back off, and down goes Princess Little Dove. Diamond Lil with a foot to the forehead. Knocked down. Front side headlock now by Diamond Lil. Very close to a choke, but she slipped that arm up there just in time. Now she's pulling the hair. Referee Larry Broxley got his hands full. Caught him in the hair and called for the break. And on the break, a forearm. But there's a forearm from Princess Little Dove into the midsection. Oh, then a karate chop to the chin, and Diamond Lil is down. Princess Little Dove on top. Another one to the throat. Princess Little Dove now on the attack. Up by the hair comes Diamond Lil. Coming for the body slam. Go, down goes Diamond Lil. Headlock, and down she comes. For the count of one, the count of two, the count of three, it's Princess Little Dove, the winner. The Bulldog did it. The Bulldog did it, too. Diamond Lil and Princess Little Dove is the winner. Over Diamond Lil of Richmond, Virginia, Princess Little Dove from Cherokee, North Carolina. An excellent match with the midget girls. We've got a lot more excitement coming up. Please stay with us. We'll be back in just a minute.
Mobile, Alabama, a big special Mardi Gras card, a card of champions, and, of course, a special bell time at 8:30. It's going to be a Gulf Coast Tag Team Championship match. We'll come back to that in a moment. The Wrestling Pro will be facing Rip Tyler for his Alabama Championship belt. Sonny King going up against the Super Assassin. Big John has a special match, and we'll talk about that one momentarily. Terry Lathan against Bad Boy Hines, and Phil Mardra going up against Matt Rivera. Once again, the Islanders will figure in two big events. They're with us right now at Mike's side. And the first big event we're going to talk about is the fact that one of the Islanders we're going to go up against Big Bad John. This, of course, was ordered by the NWA, a single match for you. What about it?
Last Tuesday night in Mobile, we almost break your back, John. And you know what? You got a lot of nerves challenging us and go over there and crying on the alliance to get us in a single match. I'm not going to tell you which one is going to wrestle you, John. Both of us is going to be in that ring. We're going to flip a coin, and we're going to let you worried about it. Believe me, you are going to worried about it.
All right, the next big match we want to mention to you is the fact that the Islanders are going up against Ricky.
All right, it's that time of the show where we get to test audio. So if you guys can hear me, please let me know if you can hear us. Sound off. Yes, sound off indeed. So let me know that you can hear us. Give me a thumbs up in the chat to let me know that you, in fact, hear us.
Yes, can you hear us? All of us.
Well, now I'm demonetized, thanks. That's it. It's all over. It's all over for me.
What? My stomach was just hurting. It's okay.
Yeah. Itching and burning. I guess no one can hear us. It's just us and a bunch of Russian bots.
I feel like if they couldn't hear us too, they would tell us, "Hey, asshole, we can't hear you." Where's Darren when I need him? God damn it!
I know.
Which means I have to check myself.
I can check.
Cause I get feedback.
Huh?
So I get feedback when I check.
Let's see here.
Let me know that. All right, we should be good.
All right, I can hear us on my phone, so I'll be able to hear
us. Okay. And welcome back to the IWAR Network Tubecast. I'm your host, Alex G. With me this evening, we have Scott and we have Matt. What's going on tonight, fellas?
Word.
Everything.
All right, that's fair enough.
And nothing.
Everything and nothing at the same time.
Yep.
That's the title of my sex tape. So I hope everyone had a good cycle. I hope everyone got 501. I sure as hell didn't. Another shitty cycle. They got a 492 and a 490. So I should just go fuck myself then. So, but I hope everyone else did well.
I got a 500 in the BBO.
Fancy.
Oh yeah.
So if you guys in chat, if you wanna sound off some of your scores, go ahead and do that. So we'll do a little housekeeping first. Make sure Matt sounds like his head's in a bucket.
It is in the bucket.
Matt, is your head in fact in a bucket?
Yes.
Let's see if I can make the adjustments there. I will put my mic down. Put his mic. Scott sounds okay. So it's just you.
It's me.
I think he just naturally sounds like that.
Yeah.
That's part of the problem. You know,
me.
I don't know how the pollen is by you guys, but it's not great. Not great over here.
No, it's dark time indeed.
It's green everywhere. It's like yellow powder all over the place.
That's right.
So like I said,
Honor Revolt in the house.
Yes. Let's do some housekeeping. Make sure you like, subscribe, you comment on stuff. I have new videos coming out daily, multiple videos coming out at the same time. If anyone watched today's April Fool's video, I did a review on Teen Bag Magazine with Scott. It was John Stamos on the cover, which is fantastic. So
He's dreamy.
he is quite dreamy. So make sure you guys check out that. Make sure again. Spark the conversation. The more comments you put down, the more it gets put in the YouTube algorithm, and then it gets recommended. So everyone on YouTube is a kind of a slave to the recommendation master. So 90% of most views people get, even your large YouTubers, are done through recommendations. So the idea is to get in the algorithm, and how do you get in the algorithm is likes and comments. So the more you like and comment on something, the more likely someone else will see it. So just keep that in mind, and I appreciate all your support. Super chats are open for those who want to contribute. You can, you don't have to, but again, if you don't have any money like me, you could always share the videos that I do and help you out there. So
should we mention like topical things to get the algorithm like like I don't know, like astronauts return from space? How does that affect the IWA?
I don't know, but someone asked me like about their crypto wallet. Like I thought it was like, this is spam. I'm like, screw it. I went on ChatGPT and then put the question in and then answered the question on the video. I'm like, screw it. I'm just gonna do it anyway. Yeah, I don't care. But no, I mean, it just they want conversation. So like when someone puts something, I'll ask a question. I'll answer their question and ask a question so they can answer it back. More back and forth, the views go sky high. Again, the algorithm is funky. It makes no sense. I'll make one video and I'll get 1,000 views in 2 hours, and then I'll make a similar video, and then I'll get 4. It doesn't make any sense. And they're on similar topics. They have the same tags on it. You know, everything is exactly the same. Just one gets more than the other, and they're not that different to justify that. So it's all kind of goofy. So
what about
kind of just all slaves to YouTube gods at this point. So.
Dental implants, yay or nay?
Well, yeah, I'm pro implants for sure. No matter where you put them on your body.
Dental? I just had one.
I got penile, but I can't show you.
You could.
You know, there was always a rumor, like this schoolyard rumors about, like, oh, this guy's uncle got penile implant. We had those a couple times. It's that, and the Ultimate Warrior is really Kerry Von Erich.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of the Ultimate Warrior,
picture looks just like him.
It's pretty close.
Did you know that Rafael Devers, the third baseman for the Red Sox, who hasn't had a hit this season, his walk-up music is the Ultimate Warrior's entrance music?
Really?
Yeah. I heard it. I looked up, and I'm like,
what
of course Devers has that. He sucks.
What would be your entrance music if you were going up to bat?
Either Electric Avenue.
Okay.
I've always loved that. I think it's a great like entrance music song. Or oh god, what's it called? I See You Baby.
Okay.
I See You Baby. Shaking that ass. I've always thought a good guy, like a face tag team or duo or trio would come out. That music's playing, I See You Baby. And what you do as a producer is you point to the fans and have a dance off as you walk to the ring. So you point to the crowd, and then you have like two fans kind of dancing ridiculously. And, like one could be a kid or a woman, whoever. It doesn't matter. And you just build in an automatic like rapport with the audience because it's like hysterical. It's so stupid. If they turn heel, they can just make fun of people for dancing poorly.
Absolutely. Mine would be Welcome to the Fuck Shop by the Two Live Crew.
Oh, it wouldn't be Hey, We Want Some Pussy?
That too.
Which, by the way, in 8th grade, John Patios brought a boombox and blared that across the field the day we were doing field campus day for games.
Yeah.
Blared that across the field. Everyone was like out and about. He got in so much trouble. It's great.
That's why I can't get on the kids for listening to inappropriate music because I listen to inappropriate music a lot.
I think I would go with Tub Thumping by Chumbawamba.
I dig it.
Although I will say right now, One of the things about IWAR that's kind of funny is whenever someone has a wrestler, almost every time now, when someone's like a wrestler comes out and they hear the music and it's like ZZ Top, Sharp Dressed Man, like all the songs are from like the 80s and 90s.
It is. That's really good
when I
music.
have some guys his music I've never heard. I'm like, oh, I'll actually go and check it out. I'll put it in the YouTube.
So I have a new favorite band. It's called Crazy Licks, but with X's, and they do like 80s metal. Like that's what they do, and it's actually really good. Like they're really really good.
Okay.
So I put a personal recommendation on that.
I am a fan of the Black Pumas.
Okay.
And Ice Cream, which is actually He-Man Hoban's entrance music, because I just think it'd be so like it almost has a Voodoo Child sound to it.
Nice.
And then it's just like, and of course I've turned into a filthy meaning.
Always.
Yeah. So
you want to start off with IWA tribute?
We got it from Johnny B himself. Remember, every show we start the show off with random rambling, but once we actually get to the show, we do IWA trivia from Johnny B.
I feel like he's always mad at me.
What?
I feel like he's always mad at me. Like he reads my submissions for this cycle. I'm like, oh, this motherfucker.
Well, he probably has to sit there and get like some whiskey and drink while he's reading your stuff.
Yeah, there's a part of me that's like wonders, like, does he have anyone to talk to about this stuff? Like, is there someone like a random buddy, like, yo, look what Luther Alexander did this cycle?
I brought up in the IWAR locker. I brought up like that we have a vendor at my store, and their product's called Sweetums Grapes, and I'm like, Sweetums sounds like Squeakums the Clown's valet.
Yeah,
I want that to happen. It's like random IWA thoughts like spilling over into the real world. So I wonder if Johnny B ever has that happen where like he's somewhere and someone's like, order for Luther, and he's like looks around waiting for a super kick.
Yeah, they're taking $100 bills and lighting cigars. Who knows?
Or he's thinking, why did I get myself into this crap?
I wonder how on a Gold Tuesday, how many emails they receive? Approximately. Yeah.
I know personally.
You go from like Sunday into Monday going into Tuesday.
Oh, here's a good question for him. Would the IWA prefer to get one email with all of my submissions,
from all your leagues,
but like marked off, like I always do? I always name the file a PDF. Or do they prefer to have a league by league?
I do mine separate.
Yeah, I do mine each league. Like I have one that says like, here's my, I put the federations, I have a gold, then a dash, then I put like BRL submissions, and then in the email is like BRL matches and strats, BRL trash talk or a commission report. And then I have like a little note like, hey, Kim, blah, blah, blah.
I try to create like a form last time to make it easier. Hope it helped. Instead of just writing it in the body of an email.
All right, so.
I believe that online deal, I don't know who said it. Was it you Alex?
Yeah.
So there was to do it online and it just be one form?
Yeah, like a universal online form where you put your strat, your wrestler, the league, and then the number, like an e-form. We have them at work.
See, you do come up with good stuff.
I do. I think I pitched that. There's probably a reason why they can't do it.
Money. It costs money.
I don't think. I think it's functionality.
I mean, that would also too. Would it be kind of like the self-checkout register at the store? Would you be taking away work from hardworking Kim?
That's a lot of emails to go through.
Kim, hit the bricks. We don't need you anymore. The guys with their strategies in. Why don't you just get the hell out of here, Kim?
Well, how many people are sending in submissions? Old school, like stale mail.
I don't know. I mean, if I had to wonder, a good question. How many players play like email submissions, paper submissions?
Yeah, James says Microsoft Forms will work super easy for it.
What is it?
James Jensen says that Microsoft Forms would work super easy and it's free.
You hear that, Johnny B? Kim's gonna get fired.
No, he wants to use his Mac and be fancy.
That's right.
Speaking of Macs, me and Ryan had issues for me sending him stuff because of his Mac. Like, it didn't work right, and I had to send it. I
Ryan's
actually send
Mac?
it. I had to send it in a Word. I couldn't even send. I had to send it in a Word doc. This little week.
Ryan's Mac? He's a Mac?
Yeah, he uses Pages.
Oh. All right. Well, all right. Let's crank up some trivia. IWAR trivia. As always, Johnny B. Jr. In the previous Tubecast episode, Alex noted the NWL winning the prize for having the highest average strategy total indicates two things. The managers currently in the league are really, really good, and two, there are no new players coming in with rookie-level totals to drive the score down. Johnny B. Jr. Manager Matthew McDougall mentioned that it was unfair to have the strategies of brand new players count towards the average and that they should be granted a grace period. I agreed, considering it's similar to video games, which players are vulnerable while spawning in. So since the October 2021 cycle, the holds chosen by rookies have not been contributed to the NWL score during their initial cycle, nor in the two cycles immediately following. Therefore, only Alex's first point remains. The NWL is doing well regarding average strategy totals because the managers currently in the league are really, really good. This is due not only to their intelligence, which, like their points total, is clearly above average, but also to the excellent guidance they have been receiving from their mentors/fellow players. Kudos, guys. In show 185, Matt asked to discuss the proper use of non-title match stipulation. It should obviously be added to matches by wrestlers who do not wish to put their own championship on the line and or who do not wish to gain their opponent's title for some reason. But the situation is somewhat complicated. Matches involving the league or TV champion and wrestlers who don't qualify to win belts automatically receive the stipulation, so there's no reason for those champions to add in such cases. As our system establishes the new winners of the cycles, it marks matches when the victor has already secured a prestigious title. As an example, which is totally not a spoiler, the identity of the TV title holder is determined before any of the regional champions. So if the TV champion, Michael Martin Jr., defeated Ichikawa, who was later awarded the West Coast title, their bout will be marked non-title to hopefully reduce confusion about how the title page ended up as it did. The best use of the stipulation is when your wrestler holds a title and you want them to face an opponent you're fairly confident will not be signing a match against them in return. And don't forget about automatic matches, such as main event matches or for TV tag champs being pitted against league tag team champions. Timeout. I never knew this. Darren told me about this. I never realized that TV champions
They get a shot.
automatically faced the league champion. Like the tag champs. Six-man. Didn't know that. You know, you think after playing the game for...
How many matches did you throw away? How much of hundreds of dollars did you just throw in a hole and bury?
At least $10. Anyways, it was a happy thing to know. Okay. Sorry. Untimeout. The Arn Anderson untimeout. Title matches take precedence over non-title ones. So if you have a grappler challenging a wrestler for a non-title match, but that same wrestler challenges them for a belt, the championship will be at stake. Title fights must necessarily override the non-title counterparts to prevent wrestlers from signing non-title matches against all relevant competitors in the league and thus retaining their championships indefinitely. That seems like a tactic Luther Alexander might have attempted in his recent GIF regional if his manager hadn't fallen on hard times. Hard times! Hard times! Sorry.
All true.
Yeah. Finally, I'll end this cycle segment by asking poor Alex if it was so difficult obtaining monetized status for your channel, and your finances are being stretched so thin by your possibly unhealthy fascination with AI services. Is it really a good idea to rely so heavily on copyrighted material, knowing that the unforgiving YouTube algorithm is on guard continuously? It took down the live stream of Tubecast 186 when you aired Roddy Piper footage. Then you launched the very next episode with another of his matches. Why are you taunting the algorithm? Are you trying to get your channel demonetized? Do you think your daughter will be still cheering for her old man when it happens? If your wife kicks you out ruining your daughter's chances at an athletic scholarship, will you continue broadcasting except it'll be from behind the dumpster at Dairy Queen or the Orange Julius?
So what Johnny B doesn't know is that in addition to taunting YouTube, as I often do, I recently had my OnlyFans application rejected.
Yes, that's right. Tell about that.
So
mine wasn't.
So I was going to do the same thing that I do where I...
Neither was mine. Chicks dig guys in wheelchairs.
I was going to recap issues of Penthouse, just like how I do the wrestling magazines, and they said no, you can't do that.
Well, here's the thing. Let me just ask this question though.
Yeah.
All right, if you can go on YouTube and show clips from like Avengers and people reacting to it,
No.
because you reverse the picture, how is it not? You can't just be like, because I think I've told the story before. The very first Dirty magazine I ever purchased was in 1988. It was a Penthouse magazine because they had an article about the true story behind the Von Erichs.
Yeah.
That's how much of a wrestling fan I was. And the guy behind the counter did not care that I was like 15 or 16. He was like, whatever, dude. I was big for my age anyways, but he didn't even blink. Like buying like Captain America, like Marvel Team Up.
So here's the thing about copyrights, and Darren was always interested in how copyrights work. 99% of copyright stuff doesn't come directly from the person. So, for example, when my video got taken down last time, it wasn't because of WWE. It was some random YouTube account like in India. So
They did it?
They did it.
They ratted you out?
They because they claimed it as theirs.
Oh, okay.
So it wasn't even like WWE don't give a shit. Like, so a lot of times they like WWE only cares about stuff that they have up themselves. So, but their new Vault channel. So there's two of them. There's a WCW Vault and there's a WWE Vault channel. So like I can't post the entire like Halloween Havoc. I can't post the whole game. And there's
Is that Austin Idol?
That is Austin Idol versus Jerry Lawler, yes. But like if I do, I could probably put up a random episode of Superstars or Primetime Wrestling and nothing. They don't care. And sometimes they will split it with me. Like, oh, leave it up. We'll split it. We'll 50-50. Like, so a lot of times it's just that. But I haven't gotten in any trouble so far. So like I'm concerned. Like it's a reason why like I don't do PWIs like on the magazine show. Like not really. I don't really do WWF magazine either because those.
You could do Wrestling World magazine.
That's what I've been doing. I've been doing Wrestling Eye. I've been doing like all the kind of obscure ones first. There's a couple, there's a couple that are not. But just I don't want PWI is still in publication. You know what I mean? So like they may want to do this on their own if I get any kind of traction. So I left those. I have every single issue of PWI. So
really,
I have.
You should find that Wrestling World magazine with the Mr. Wrestling World in it.
I'm looking for it. Do you have the month and year?
November.
I think it was. What?
Well, here's the thing. I've been trying to collect
90.
These.
November 90.
Scott was 90. What's his name? Dave Shinkus was 89, and Frank Morano was 88.
Those are all the ones that I'm missing. So I'm missing like 88 to like 91. Those are like hard to get. But I'll find it. I'll find it eventually. But I was looking I've been looking for like that. I've been looking for like the original IWA ad, like the first one.
Right.
Like can't find that.
If you find it, I'll autograph it for you.
Sounds good. Like I think the earliest ad I have is like 90. 91 maybe. And then once they throw over the PWI, then they really start to cook it.
The guys that are playing the IWA now, they have no clue. They weren't even born when I was a superstar. They should go back and look at the greatness I had.
Well, fact, I was listening to a podcast not too long ago, and they were going over the Observer and Matt's match. It was they went through the results, and it was there.
Really?
Yeah. I was like, it's versus the Condor. I was like,
Condor.
Holy shit!
I'm telling you, we got to do a director's video. Scott and I calling like the behind, because Scott knows all the production side of things behind the scenes. What was going on with like the talent and.
I would love to get that full show too.
I would love to have it myself. I had it at one time.
I know I have it. It's in my fireproof box.
So I have a VHS to DVD converter at my house. The very, very expensive one, the Panasonic too. The one that's because when I converted all my VHSs to DVD and then eventually all the DVDs to digital, I did it that way.
Yep.
It might have been a slightly terrible show, but it's my show and it will always be wonderful. So
I think it was fun. Fun show. Anyways.
I definitely would have made a lot of changes.
So do we want to lead off with any particular league here?
You tell me. Where do you want to go?
Well, I can do Ryan's notes if you want to get that out of the way.
You want to do ACW?
Sure.
All right, go for it.
I do absolutely terrible. All right, so remember, All American Championship Wrestling is the 5th bulletin, April. The more active the league is, the bigger the pool of IWA credit for the events when they have the super shows. So our champion is the Crimson Ego, A.O. Bloodthorn. American Territories champion, Shotgun James Carnage. New England champion, Internal Forest, Course Casta. Atlantic Coast champion, Blasphemous Tundra Defrost. That's gonna be a Blasphemous Tundra Defrost. That's got to be like a Jake guy, right?
I would think so.
Sounds like a Jake guy. Great Lakes champion, Texas Jesse Tombstone. Smoky Mountain champion, Abe Streisand. Deep South champion, Ravishing Dick Dude. I love that name. Gulf Coast champion, Ken the Anvil Needhart. Texas Heartland champion, Russian Invader Zero. Rocky Mountain champion, Brad the Executioner Hart. Desert States champion, Blackjack Robertson. Pacific Coast champion, Miles Maverick. The ACW Tag Champions, Tundra Dufrost and Infernal Forest, Cursecaster. And American Territories champion, Ravishing Dick Dude and Starlight. The ACW Six-Man champions winning 5 free matches. The Bixby Bloodworth, Haymitch Hardigan, and Buckaroo Bubbleguts. Yeah.
It means poop.
Oh, boy. American Territory Six-Man champion, Eddie Chavez, Tino Santana, and Terry Garnia. And the Battle Royal winner, Brad the Executioner Hart. And I will say this, that Ryan sent over earlier the PDF of the pay-per-view.
It's in there
first show. And I read through it, and it is quite the show. It was a big cycle for big shows this time.
Yeah, it's the first time we just threw 3 pay-per-views, at least.
Yeah. Now, he did say, I should pull this back up. 1 second.
Why wasn't I on the title page? Oh, that's right. I'm not part of this league. Sorry.
I would have won it all if I was in that league. I will say he did mention, as he went through the results, Tyler.
Sorry.
I find it. No, I can't. But he broke down the amount won by each champion.
Oh.
That's how it works.
Okay.
So let me find his note. Hold on. It's here. Let me find it. All right. Ryan's note. Can you throw those in for ACW? First pay-per-view, American Revolution was tonight. It'll be added tomorrow or late tonight to the website, so you can read it on the IWA page when you look up ACW.
It's there now.
What's that?
It's there now.
Okay. The results, 34-man championship battle royal for the ACW and U.S. titles. When it got down to 3 wrestlers, it became a ladder match. The 2 burlap sacks above the ring. Each contained a title, but you didn't know which one was under each burlap sack. A.O. Bloodthorn grabbed the first one, and it became the United States champion, winning $12 in IWA credit. Shotgun James Carnage grabbed the other one and won $48 in IWA credit. Pretty impressive. Jackknife Justice and Tormented Timmy won the ACW tag belts and $47 in IWA credit. And Eddie Chavez, Tino Santana, and Terry Garnia won the 6-man titles and $12 in IWA credit. So you see, it's a nice feature for the league.
So let's recap. So who's the current ACW heavyweight champion?
Shotgun James Carnage.
Unbelievable.
One of his guys. Convenient.
It's like when I won Soul Survivor that one time. I won it twice, actually.
We talked in the pre-show about Soul Survivor, the grueling event.
I might try to like if someone needs that written, I will try that in AI to see.
It says here it is up to Alex if he wants to reveal the Boston Harbor match.
No, it's there. So Luther Alexander taking the A-Man Spurs. So go down and read that. I mean, chock full of controversy. I think someone died. But definitely take a look at that match. It's fantastic. So
there it is.
I didn't win, so.
Oh, you ripped off clearly.
I lost, but it was a controversial ending, I would say.
You know, the show is missing one thing. My wrestling.
Oh,
that's all right.
I had a concert. We'll get to my pay-per-view. I had a concert on it. Although this pay-per-view did feature a poem by Johnny B in there also.
Oh.
And there was a hologram Benjamin Franklin, and then A-Man Spirit came out like on a British warship, like invading the harbor with the royal family, like the actual royal family. So hilarity definitely ensued on that one for sure.
There it is.
They got Johnny Appleseed make an appearance too.
Oh, and I should mention the highest score in the league was a 501 by Infernal Forest Cursecaster.
The fuck does that mean?
I don't know. That's the Jake guy. It's got to be.
There's a lot of weird dudes in here. There's a frog dude. There's a guy dressed up as a Happy Meal. There's a lot of bizarre shit. This is definitely we've gone past, like we're almost like completely in fantasy at this point.
Yeah.
There's a future man. There's a cyborg guy. There's a dude from the future.
All right, where are we going next?
Let's go to NWL so these kids can go to sleep. I know it's past their bedtime. For the rookies.
All right, there you go.
All right, National Wrestling League, Bulletin 233. League champion, Blitzkrieg. TV champion, Mad Dog, Henry Healer. Central Plains champion, Vladimir Volkov. East Coast champion, G-Force, Gary Morris. Great Lakes champion, Demon Dog. Mid-Atlantic champion, the Great Entertainer, Brian Cloutier. Northeast champion, Static Motion. Pacific Northwest champion, Ozzy Deathstroke. Rocky Mountain champion, Leela Chaldrina. Southeast champion, Dmitry Tokarov. Southwest champion, El Luchador Americano. West Coast champion, Charlotte Rose Gold. League Tag Team Champion, Rusty Chains and Mad Dog Henry Healer. TV Tag Team Champion, Dmitry Tokarov and Vladimir Volkov. The League Six-Man Champion, Dmitry Volkov, El Luchador Americano, and Vladimir Volkov. It's a weird fucking group. TV Six-Man Champion, Rusty Chains, Mad Dog Henry Healer, and Arcane, and your Battle Royal winner, Vladimir Volkov. So let's see what's going down. And the NWL. So again, we had our big pay-per-view Homecoming cycle. So guys, please read it. It's like 30 pages long.
Yes.
Has everything from unwarranted firings to a concert by Cheap Tricks in there, and a special appearance by the Oak Ridge Boys.
Barry Stevens makes an appearance.
Barry Stevens, Free Quebec is in there running around. I think it might have been Kim's pay-per-view debut because she's in it. So take a look at that. There's Johnny B dancing, which is hilarious, like he's in the 70s, like it's a disco. But overall, great pay-per-view. So I think it really came out really well. We had a Kamikaze ended up retaining. He actually drew Blitzkrieg in the title match, and then Luther Alexander, national champion, the mystery opponent, came out and he got beat. So I figured if you're gonna put someone over, you put them all the way over. That's exactly what we did. So Kamikaze had a match, and then he got blinded by a fireball and had to fight Luther blinded. Still came out on top. A hell of a comeback. So nice job overall. I guess the biggest news coming out of this, Bullman Bolt makes an appearance. Not only did he murder Vic Venom, they invaded the main event and took out everyone. Him and the No Wins organization, which is the 10 scrubs that you face. Every rookie faces their first cycle, coming out for their revenge, and they destroyed everyone.
That brings up a point. I brought this up the other day.
Yeah.
Why have we never had those scrubs in the NWL?
Like proper?
Yeah, like just have them as scrubs.
I don't know.
It seems like a natural fit to me.
I agree. I was also wondering if Johnny B could put the staple initials NWO on those guys.
That'd be a nice way to do it.
It'd be a nice little. I don't know, like logistically if that's possible or not or whatever. But I think someone had tried to use them before in a similar angle back in the day. I forget what was about, but I don't think it went anywhere. But this time, these guys are tired of getting beat every cycle and getting no respect. And Bullman, being the former face of the IWA, he's returned to get his revenge on Johnny B, Luther Alexander, and everyone else. Luther's not happy. The one thing that Luther cannot stand is veterans trying to sneak into the NWL. So
bastards.
Yeah, you get the death penalty if you do that. We have a NWL spotlight with Brian Clothier. Again, if you're a wrestler in the NWL, please send me your bio so I can put them in here so we all know who you are. My email address is at the bottom of this. Then our next pay-per-view that's upcoming, that'll be Rumble in the Bronx. Live from Yankee Stadium, that'll take place. I think it's 2:38. I think that's the number. I'll get back to you on that. And we'll have the Rumble in the Bronx match, which normally it's a paid entry contest, but we're not going to do it as a paid entry contest this time. All active wrestlers will be able to participate in this, and there will be a prize associated with this. We'll get more details down the road. The Rumble in the Bronx match is, in fact, a battle royal with an elevated ring. So the ring will be elevated off the ground an additional 10 feet. Ringside will be covered with such things as broken glass, barbed wire, light tubes, Legos, and in fact, there will be live scorpions on the ground.
Like the band?
No, not like the band. Like actual, not red scorpions either. Just the scorpions will be there. I think there will be a pool with piranhas there also. So basically, if you imagine this, you really don't want to get thrown out because it might actually end your career or even kill you. So the stakes are really high on this, and the winner of this will get a shot at the NWO National Championship at the following pay-per-view, which will be School Days. So keep that in mind, and make sure you guys continue to TT. I see some notable TTs missing this cycle, and that happens every once in a while, and often real life gets in the way of our hobbies. So I do hope they return next cycle, because you never can tell in the NWL. Guy is really into it for a cycle or two, and then they vanish, which is par for the course when it comes to the NWL. Also, guys, I do recommend reading the Willwick Courier and any leagues that you are in that has it. Read it, because it actually tells one cohesive story if you read them all. But overall,
up them all in one spot.
I could have, but I'm in multiple leagues, so.
You best.
And they the ones I chose for the different leagues, like there's an interview with Samantha Solely, obviously that's going to be in the CWL. And the NWL, there's an interview with Soul Train Jones, who's a former national champion himself, so they're there. ACW, there's you see Media Noche, you're a good friend.
Yes,
she's in there, so doing her voodoo, and they're looking for Carlos Danger. So those interviews do have something to do with the leagues that they are posted. So. But again, guys, make sure you guys are keeping track on how long you've been in the NWL, 16 cycles, and then you guys have to transfer. There's always exceptions to that rule, so again, if you want to finish up a feud or something, please let me know, and
Do you remember when we used to have a limit? Like once you've won so many points, you had to get out.
Yeah.
I say all the time though. Now it's better to stay as long as you can because you have so much fun there, anyways. But
You do.
I remember there was one guy called Lars Loki, and he just came in like a house of fire. He
He came in for like 4 cycles and they got crushed, right?
Well, he went to BRL and got destroyed.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, just wait it out. Oh no, I'm good. Like, all right. So we are going to RTL next.
Yeah, but my personal recommendation for get as fat as you can in the NWL.
Yeah.
Get as much scrub wins so when you enter your new league, you can hopefully be somewhere around the top 10. You know what I mean? Kind of, you save a little money there. So again, you kind of want to get in these vet leagues as fat as you can, with as much wins as you can. So, and it's not just wins; it's win versus loss disparity. So, you know, you have to be cognizant of what you're signing. And I think I had some questions about like, hey, who should I challenge? And every cycle, you should challenge all the champions. You know, and then that's basically it. So there's no reason. I don't think there's nothing much to be gained if you're number 5 challenging number 1. There's no point for you unless you're in a feud. You can do it that way, but there is no point. You should be fighting scrubs. So all squashes, baby, and then just versus the champion. So at maximum, you're losing. You know, if you have a really off cycle, you lose 10 matches out of the deal here. But you win at least 20 to 30 matches on top of that. But let's keep on doing it that way. You want to do RTL? We're ready for the Rolling Thunder.
I need a Rolling Thunder background.
Rolling Thunder background.
Oh.
How did this? The fuck? No, because I don't know. Like it stayed ACW.
What state HW? Oh, there we go. Oh, I see what it is. I see what you're saying.
I don't know what you're saying.
Hold on.
I see now. Okay.
It's supposed to change.
Right.
I didn't do that. That's okay.
So, Rolling Thunder League. It's either number 38 or number 5, however you want to see it.
You have legacy numbers, like old comic books have legacy numbers?
That's right. No, the first 33 issues were Tim Clark's, and then it was me. So it all depends on how you want. If you want 38, I'll take 38. You want 5? I'll take 5. I don't care. League champion, Vagabond.
What a son of a bitch.
I know,
Homeless,
right?
too.
I heard he lives in a box. League Tag Team Champions, Carnage Dodge and one of my personal favorites, Jello Dunkins. League 6-man champs, Motormouth Brody Piper, Lance Blackwolf, and Chief Moose Crossfox. TV champion, Michael Martin Jr. Central Plains champion, Lance Blackwolf. East Coast champion, Chief Moose Crossfox. Great Lakes champ, Motormouth Brody Piper. Mid-Atlantic champion, Jean-Pierre Tremblay. Northeast champion, Uncle Slow-Mo. Pacific Northwest champion, Easel. Rocky Mountains champion, Must See DBGZ. Southeast champion, Jello Dunkins. Southwest champion, Deacon Leroy. West Coast champion, from the Battle Royal. I'm not saying it. I'm not saying it. Darren's not here to make me say it. I'll give him Ichi. TV Tag Team Champions? Oh, Vagabond again. This time with Chief Moose Crossbox. TV Six-Man Champs? Michael Martin Jr., Carnage Dodge, and Jello Dunkins. And then the Battle Royal winner? Vagabond.
So what's going down in the RTL?
I have no clue.
Can I tell you one fun fact about the league right now? That random tag team of Vagabond and Chief Moose Crossfox. I signed that match because it was a feud match, street fight match, because the BBDS guys, the Von Wolves, beat the holy hell out of Vagabond. And I was like, that's a good, like, you'd sign up, they're not a tag team, but they're going to face the champs tonight, know, and revenge. But I was like, yay. The rest was nice, too. And was it 19 free matches?
Good
13,
number.
unfortunately.
It's a good number.
13.
13 free matches.
I'll take them.
So, for anyone that's following the point system, it will be updated this next time with the actual amounts. I finally had time to sit down and do it all. Now I can just add these and it'll work fine. I'm using the old WTL stuff I used before.
Do you want to announce who the first winner of the Thunder Cup is?
The Thunder Cup champion. And what was it? It was a three-way, right? Yeah. Okay.
It was Greggy Money, Ichikawa,
and Michael Martin Jr. If anybody didn't recognize the RTL commissioner, just so happens to be Michael Martin Sr.
I love the fact that he weaseled his son's involvement in the finals, even though he lost previous round. Because, the referee wasn't, the right ref.
The son of a bitch is what he was.
Yep. Not his fault to punish his kid for a referee's mistake.
That's right. I mean, that's the way I see it. Anyway, your winner of the three-way dance with Greggy Money, Ichikawa, and Michael Martin Jr. is Michael Martin Jr. He is the Thunder Cup champion. And there was no way it had anything to do with Mr. Michael Martin Sr.
No.
So it was a great cycle for Junior, and I'm sure he'll have something to say there.
Yeah.
And there will be more in the report. I mean, it's small right now. I thank Matt for helping me with it, but I'm finally getting back on track. So we'll have more than just the one page.
Darn tootin'.
All right.
And of course, go ahead.
No. I was about to sneeze, and then it went away.
We had some trash talk from Vagabond and Gentleman Jarvis.
Son of a bitch.
Yep.
How dare he? And then, of course, we had the Imaginary Wrestling Illustrated with the Thunder Cup on the front.
That piqued my interest real fast. Ooh.
So I'm happy. We have a good nucleus of guys, and I appreciate them getting through this. I know that I'm not giving them a Luther Alexander type experience, but when it's all said and done, we'll be in that top 10.
You give the girlfriend experience, so that's all that matters.
Just as long as I'm pampered and taken care of. The RTL.
Nice.
So that's about it.
All right, man. I Dig that. So, Matt, where do you want to go now?
Let's see here. Well,
just to answer a question. James Jensen says I put in like 40 hours a day into this. I do not put 40 hours a day. There's only 24 hours in a day. So it's impossible for me to put 40 hours a day. And actually, to be completely honest with you, I don't spend that much time with IWA stuff. I just do it very quickly. So like right now, I already finished NWL's done already. I'm about to start CWL. So you gotta work quick. It's all about preparation. Preparation H. You gotta have it ready to go. And I probably think about it about 40 hours a day though. To be honest, like it's all up here. So.
How about the IWL?
IWL, hold up.
Who wants it?
I'll do it.
nice.
Okay. Independent Wrestling League, number 206. The league champion, Magnum TL. He's been around forever. Television champion, Joe Boring. Also been around forever. New York City champion, Bulk Brogan. Los Angeles champion, The Dream, Ali Atari. Boston champion, Ray Del Mundo. Detroit champion, The Honorable Kip Diazell. Cleveland champion, Justin Grace. Dallas champion, Kid Justice. Memphis champion, Hollywood Kid. Miami champion, J. Hubert Fitzroy. San Francisco champion, The Maltese Monster. Chicago champion, Shotgun James Carter. This guy's everywhere. League tag team champions, Kid Justice and the Hollywood Kid. TV tag team champions, Americano Hank Henkel and Americano Buddy Donner. League six-man champions, the Honorable Guilty Azels, Paralegal and Litigation. TV six-man champions, Stu Pai, Windsor Detroit, and On Point Edward Porthion. Your Battle Royal winner, winning 41, that's right, 41 free IWO matches, the Honorable Guilty Azel. So what's going down in the IWL? I think we're just coming off Matt Mania. Was that this cycle or was it last? I see a March 2024 date on this. It's this cycle. I see it. So the write-up was this cycle. So another pay-per-view this cycle. This is the cycle of pay-per-views. That's why Gold took so long tonight. That and the ACL. But IWL is always a hotbed of wrestling action. If you just look at their reports, it's 36 pages long. So just make sure you guys read everything here. Again, it's a great league overall. You got big stars here, really good players. If you guys are really looking for a challenge, the IWL is definitely where it's at. Great league overall. They do a good job with it, for sure. All right, Matt, do you want to do BRL next?
Sure.
Okay. Yeah, let me pull that up.
So, BRL. League champion. Tsuyoshi Mizuku. Mizuku. I would say it wrong. He went 25 and him too. $25 on IW credit. Your Battle Royal winner also winning $25 in IW credit. The Gray Wolf, Doug McMaster. One of the all-time greats in NWO history. Tag champions, Grammar Police, Inspector Henry Taylor and Constable George Campbell. URL TV Tag Team champions, the McFlaherty brothers, Brendan and Rory. Six-man champions, the Mannequins. Who else? The TV six-man champions, their arch rivals, Polar Circle. B-Roll TV champion, somehow U.S. Mail, the total package. Central Plains champion, Ricky Salt. East Coast champion, Robert Pepper. Great Lakes champion. By the way, Catfish Rob, you talked about playing doubles. Good for you. Great Lakes champion, Flash Jack Ferdinand. Mid-Atlantic champion, the Grey Wolf Doug McMaster. Northeast champion, Fritz Von Vachon. Pacific Northwest champion, the Alpha of Agony, the Paige Turner. Rocky Mountains champion, Diabolical Ricky Savage. Which side note, I work with a woman named Elizabeth, so whenever I call, I go, Elizabeth! Whenever I have to talk to her, she's like, what? I'm like, nothing, I just want to say it like Ricky Savage. Southeast champion, Did Credence. Southwest champion, Dixon Ticonderoga.
What?
Dixon Ticonderoga.
He's a son of a bitch.
Yep. West Coast champion, Hillbilly Steve.
Yeah.
Yeah, BRL. Getting some action going on. Good to see Mr. Hardcore Thumbtack Jack back in action. Hawaiian Heartthrob's back in action and getting to it. I've not really read the promos yet, so, as always, grain of salt. I will say Frandale Warpslayer adding another cycle where he's saying goodbye. It's like my favorite new bit. Or, this is my final cycle. I just want to say, all right. It's kind of like when you're at somebody's house and it's a going away party and you've been standing there for like an hour, like, all right, dude, you gotta go.
Don't they call it the Irish goodbye?
The Irish goodbye is you just walk out.
Oh, you just leave? That's it?
You just leave.
Hey, where they go? They're not here anymore.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That's a good goodbye, by the way. BRL, the pay-per-view. If you're in the BRL, you're going to want to notice something about the league, and that is that in the Commissioner's Report pages, you'll notice that I have the first page, of course, is the Imagine Bash lineup. And it has some of the matchups. Now, the ladder match has 6 spots. So what we've done is on the next page of the Bureau Reporter, you have Dick Jackson kind of talking about things. Then you have Rick Challenger, who is the booker, sets up 6 matches between wrestlers who have trash talked or have trash talked a lot or in the past to go head-to-head for those 6 spots. So that happens. Those matches happen next cycle, and the winners of those matches will make up the ladder match. That makes sense.
It does.
So that's the thing to look out for.
I think
I do mention in the out of character part where I talk about behind the scenes stuff. I'm working on a new title page of the BRL, and it's just Dataway sent me feedback when I sent my first draft, and they had a lot of good points. So I got to go back and when I tweak it and re-send it to them, see what they think about it. But it's part of the 40th anniversary, kind of like, that would be kind of cool to do a little special tribute cover, or, switch to a tribute cover, if you will. So there's that. So, Alex G, do you dig that?
I sure as hell do.
I think there should be a little bit more tweaking. Instead of the guys that do trash talk, should be the guys that don't trash talk and make them do it.
I always find it funny that the guys who don't trash talk in IWAR leagues, it's always like, it's weird. Like, you have a better chance of winning stuff in a dead league. Why are you here?
Yeah.
Because I like it, you douche.
No, I get it. I mean, if you're someone that likes to, hey, I get to read everyone's TT and, not get involved in anything, you can just do that online. You don't even need to be in it. I'm all for it. I'm all for activity.
If I could do this at work, I'd never get anything done. I'd be like, fuck this. Those guys don't need their benefits. I'm trying to win a title here.
I got my benefits, but the letter said I had to join the RTL.
Hey, Darren, that's an exclusive photo from the ACW pay-per-view, by the way. So just keep that in mind.
Johnny B is the Red Scorpion. I like that.
What if he was the Red Scorpion? I'm just saying.
What if he was?
I have to write a Johnny B interview in the cycle too for trash talk. It's my to-do list of junk.
Where we headed next?
Black Widow League.
Okay.
Who wants to do that?
All right. You want me to do that, or you want to do it?
You can do it. I'll do CWL when it comes up.
Okay.
I got WTO.
All right.
Darren.
Black Widow League. Number 51, the champion is Rachel Yamazaki with a 501 if you're keeping score, folks. And we are.
Really?
Yes. It's not perfect, so we don't know if it'll hit or not. But hey, you know what? Sometimes better be lucky than good, right? The television
That's what my
champion.
wife said.
That's right. Golden Girl Gina Colada. Which, by the way, side note, I was walking out of work carrying flowers, and this guy walked by and goes, "You gonna get lucky tonight?" And I said, "Your wife is," and then we fought, and that was.
Then he watched.
Sit in the cuck chair. All right, so, anyways, getting back to nonsense. BWL TV champion Golden Girl Gina Colada, the Battle Royal winner Queen Bee Sarah B Money, Japan Idol champion Queen Bee Sarah B Money, Joshi champion Juggernaut Jesse Dragunov, Zenjo champion the Black Dahlia Bellatrix Von Wolf, Luchadores champion Rachel Van Dorn, Cholitas champion AFC O'Shaughnessy, Bellatrix champion Jersey Jen Grapevine, also known as Miss Americana, Themyscira champion Veruca Salt, Hollywood champion Bandita, Sin City champion Mother D, and Willowick champion the Black Soul Lizzie Robin that no one knows who runs. If you know who runs Lizzie Robin, let us know. Yes, that's what's going on there. And as far as headlines go, I would say that one of the big headlines, like this news just broke earlier today, the Lethal Lottery Tag Tournament, the finals, let me find it here. Here it is. The finals were a three-way dance, and it was Aaliyah Zoe, Sydney Renard versus Rachel Van Dorn and Kay Shreddy versus Charlotte Crescent and Brenda Bring the Pain. And in a sad situation, Brenda Payne's partner was inactive.
Oh.
And so they weren't active, so they got, a crummy score. And the winners were Rachel Van Dorn and Kay Shreddy. So remember, the winning tag team challenges for the IWAR Women's Tag Championship, and then those two winners face off, and the winner of that match will challenge for the IWAR World Championship. If it is Rachel Van Dorn, they will bump Effie O'Shaughnessy to that title match earlier than she scheduled. So there is your update with that. Yeah.
I dig that. Alrighty. So you want to do WTL?
Certainly. I was all caught up in Matt's verbal barrage in the VRL. Come on. When I go over to one of the leagues, it starts me right in the middle. Like,
I feel that happens to me too.
Oh, I got a quick question for Johnny B. What is Johnny B's top 10 player suggestions throughout the years? Maybe that's the most successful, but his favorites.
Top 10 suggestions. Don't trade your out-of-way wrestlers for pogs.
True.
There you go.
Like, let me write that down as a possible idea. Luther Alexander Pogs. Okay. It's written.
Nice.
Got me a slammer.
I forgot to tell you, we're getting a Trader Joe's.
Are you really?
Yeah,
So are we. You can transfer and live in my basement.
Trader Joe's.
The WTL, Western Trails League. Who runs this thing? Jeez.
He's a bum.
Totally. The Western Frontier Champion, Atomic Shogun. Lone Star Champion, Cowboy Schlitz. Central Plains Champion, William H. Bonney. Mexico Champion, Chavez is Chavez. Dodge City Champion, Beetlejuice.
Don't say it. Damn, that
Tombstone
motherfucker
champion.
running around here right now. Getting demonetized again.
So is that like a Darren with his beard cut sideways and wearing white face and
tidy whities, yes.
Anyway,
yes.
There you go. Tombstone champion Trucker Van Leer. Prairie View champion Babyface Nelson.
I had a prairie dog this morning.
Widowmaker champion, winning 25,000 and 5 free matches. The outlaw Josie Wells. Jeez, I can't talk. Badlands champion Dolphin Balor. Cripple Creek champion The Sailor. Hey-o. Southwest champion Justin Kyle. Chisholm Trail champion Wee TP. Your Western Frontier Tag Team champions Picasso and Mange. I guess that's what it says. Lone Star Tag Team champions The Reprobate Lanny Teague and Trucker Van Leer. Western Frontier 6-man champs The Sailor, The Dam Builder, and The Pilot. Now, is that the Dam Builder or is that the Dam Builder?
I would say the Dam Builder.
That's what
I'm Bob, but fuck Bob.
Fuck. Lone Star 6-man champs. The Wild Card Billy Buckshot, The Brains Bo Buckshot, and Benji Buckshot. And your Bunkhouse Brawl winner, Justin Kyle.
Son of a bitch.
What's going down?
What is going down?
I don't know. I haven't been in the league in a while.
Let's see.
I'm just here saying names. I don't.
I just like the fact, all the scores, this is all, really cool information.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of stats.
Yeah, this is your quote-unquote, your stat lead.
Yeah.
If you want to talk about Bunkhouse Brawl shenanigans?
There was so much in here.
Oh, the thing about the dude and the extra wrestlers?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so this is a question for Johnny B. And Darren can really speak to this better than I can, but there is a player in the WTL who keeps putting in new wrestlers that he uses in the Bunkhouse Battle Royal. But then he leaves the old wrestlers inactive. But then he'll reactivate them sometimes. And he's done trash talk in the past. He hasn't in a long time. But it brings the point he now has way more wrestlers in the league than a limit allows. But he's not always using them. But he then apparently uses some of them more than he should in the Battle Royal. So it's curious, how that loophole works, or if that's just an oversight, or.
So he's technically over the limit, but he's not over the limit with active wrestlers. But then sometimes he goes over the limit because he'll throw one of those inactive wrestlers in the Battle Royal for reasons. Is that an accurate summation of that?
Makes sense.
Okay. That's fair. And the question for everyone, there's a picture posted. Is that Stan Hansen or your dad? We're not sure. And what's he looking at, you think? Asian porn.
Nice. Well, what else, really?
Oh, what's it called? A hentai? Scott, what's it called? Hentai?
Yeah.
Okay. That's fair enough. It's a legitimate art form.
There it is. All right.
All right, next up, CWL. Let me get to it.
By the way, you should know you're a champion at 501 there.
Oh, of course. Of course it did. Wasn't the Red Scorpion, though, so. League champion. Was it, you said 501?
Yep.
Late Night Logan Kane. Dirty Rascal. TV champion, Norman the Loon Kefkis. United States champion, the Bloodsucker Moski 2. Yukon champion, Gentleman Loomis.
Here it is.
Fuck. Caribbean champion, Dakawandashe Abumbaye.
Oh my God! For the first time ever.
I've been practicing. Amazon
Gold
Basin
star for
champion, Johnny the Wrench Morello. British Isle champion, high speed chase driver. Arabian champion, Vincent Torrio. South African champion, oh boy, Sagagaro Shane LeBlanc. Siberian champion, Bleach Craig. East Asian champion, Scapegoats. Oceanic champion, Double D, Christoph. League Tag Team Champions, Gentleman Loomis, Gentleman Jarvis. TV Tag Team Champion, Blitzkrieg and Kamikaze. The League Six-Man Champion win 5 free matches. Nutty Buddy 1, 2, and 3. TV Six-Man Champion, Sagaro, Shane LeBlanc, Apache, Aaron LeBlanc, and Pinnacle, Pete LeBlanc. The Battle Royal winner winning 25 free CWL matches. Sagaro, Shane LeBlanc. And what's going down in the CWO, we have our pay-per-view, which is Brawl for It All. The results are in there, so please take a look at that.
Yep.
You had a question, Matt? So you raise your hand.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
So everyone, please read the pay-per-view. It's fantastic. He did such a great job on this. And I was telling Matt earlier, like, this pay-per-view is much harder to write than, say, like the NWL's ones, because the NWL doesn't have that many different things going on in it. It's me adding a bunch of stuff to it. But this one actually has a lot of actual feuds and matches, and it's a great pay-per-view overall. So nice job, Jeremy. Keep up the great work. But I think overall, I got mentioned that poor Johnny Vegas got suspended. Apparently, he had some inappropriate pictures of Lazarus Lane in a manila envelope, and then Lazarus Lane suspended him for the foreseeable future. So, justice for Johnny, I guess you would say.
Justice for Johnny.
We have Aggressive Intentions making their debut. I believe that Lazarus Lane just got served some papers. He got subpoenaed or something. I don't know. It's weird. But we'll take a look at that next cycle. But again, a great job with the TT overall. Keep up the great work. It's Barry Stevens. But I think overall, nice job by everyone. Keep it up. What do we got left?
BBL and IWAR. So, Bloodbath League. Your league champion winning 10 free matches, Takasaurus Rex. TV champion winning 5 free BBL matches, Warpig. Central Plains champion winning no free matches. Wait, I lied. The Psycho Florist, Dandelion. He won 29 free matches, and he also won the Battle Royal. Woo-hoo! Backing him up. East Coast champion, Super Dragon Master. Great Lakes champion, X. Middle Lakes champion, Dominant Factor, Wrath. Northeast champion, Mr. Smith. Pacific Northwest champion, Carrion Zane. Oh boy. Rocky Mountains champion, TJ Maximum. Southeast champion, Corporal Punishment. Southwest champion, He-Man Hoven. West Coast champion, Xavier the Beast. He's a beast, kid. Xavier, he's a wicked beast, you know what I'm saying? League Tag Champions, The Patriot and Alpha Male XD. TV Tag Champions, Mr. Smith and Pork Rind. League Six-Man Champions win another 5 free matches. Carrion Zane, Crippling Pain, and Killian Slain. TV Six-Man Champions, Mr. Smith, Pork Rind, and Corporal Punishment. And of course, your Battle Royal winner was Psycho Floors Dandelion. 29 free matches. Look at that. Pretty good. Pretty
beautiful. Beautiful.
Matt, are you excited that Blue Bloods will be moving to Boston to be Boston Blue, the TV show? No Tom Selleck though, but I think Donnie Wahlberg's back.
Of course he is. Well, Donnie Wahlberg was like, "This is a cash cow."
Oh yeah.
It gives people a reason to watch the cop shows that have that like everything's going wrong at the halfway mark, and at the end of the show is like everything's tied up nice. It's like, well, you see, you guys just get along and be okay. Hey, you're right. Yeah, you're right too. Okay.
You know what the biggest problem with that show is?
It's on the air.
No, there's no titties.
That's why they're
Tom
bringing
Selleck
in.
would take a shirt off.
I mean, I would. I mean, I've seen those movies.
That's why they're bringing in Jenny McCarthy.
Nice. It's right, his new wife.
They've been together for a while, huh?
Yeah, probably 10 years. Now I got to Google it. Oh my god.
Hey,
Just don't put safe shirts on for Jenny McCarthy.
I already got McCarthy up, so.
Yeah, you did.
Remember she was at WrestleMania for no reason? That was weird, huh?
There should be like who was
WrestleMania 12?
of all WrestleManias
11.
made the least impressive appearance? Snooki?
No, because she actually did that fucking cartwheel.
That's true. That was pretty
She
good.
did like handspring, like
But-
she wasn't bad.
Who made the most like hyped up but like didn't deliver appearance?
Let's see. Herb, that's one. WrestleMania 2. Marla Maples. That was weird.
Maples.
WrestleMania 7. Run DMC at WrestleMania 5. That was an odd fit.
They've been married 11 years.
11
oh my
years.
Wow. I will say BBL wise, there is Beach Brawl 5 coming up. And that's going to be.
Should the tagline be Blood in the Sand?
I hope so.
That should be the tagline.
There's a no rules match where War Pig and two members of RFD team up against He-Man Hogan and two mystery opponents. They'll show up with like Abdul the Butcher and like King Kong Brody or something like that.
So did you see that Abdul the Butcher is take DDP yoga?
Yeah.
It's gonna be dope.
Hey, good for him. Yeah.
I met Abby. He was fun. Gave me hepatitis, but it's okay.
Let's see here. So, I mean, again, as always, read the trash talk yourself and take it out. But there's a lot going on, so it's nice to see a lot of trash talk in the BBL, and of course, there's a lot of prizes here, a lot of interaction, a lot of fun things going on. So, get involved. So that's BBL. Alex, do you?
I in fact dig that.
Does dig that. So IWAR wide, there's a whole bunch of stuff going on. But I want to briefly state one thing. We talked about the pre-show, but this is very important. Every year this happens, all the IWAR events are run with the point system. So what I do is I take the scores from the active wrestlers, active tag teams, active six-man, and use those scores to determine winners and losers. And I had a player who wrote to me, and they were like, hey, my guys are marked down as inactive, but they're active. And I was like, well, that was last cycle's match. They didn't have a tag match score. And then he was like, no, they were active. And what I don't think he didn't understood was like I was like, just being a singles wrestler alone isn't enough. If you're in a tag team,
Right, you got
I need to know. Right, I need to know the score. So I think 3 or 4 emails went back and forth. I think I finally got the point across. But just one of those things that's every year it happens. At least one guy. I used to call it the Andy Koenig Award, as Andy Koenig used to play years ago, and he would write to me like, "I think there was a mistake in the tournament," and I'm like, "Oh, what happened?" He's like, "Well, 2 cycles ago." Like 2 cycles ago, like it would always be like, "You just noticed now." So kudos to noticing that, but that was not in fact. It was a thing where the wrestlers in question for this tag match, they had tag matches with other wrestlers, but not together. And so the tag team that won, the McFlaherty brothers, had a 5-10. And just if you're not active as a tag team, and
there's no score. There's no score in the pull from.
Yeah, And I refuse.
You're not gonna
like,
mismatch.
There's so many matches. I'm not gonna physically be like, well, I'm gonna get all this. Do this by myself, by numbers. It's like one of the things you have to keep in mind is when you do a lot of events, and this is a thing for all commissioners to think about. When you're doing any kind of event or contest, think about how much time it's going to take you to put the results together. Ryan's Soul Survivor that Alex did as well. Giant write-ups. And one of the things we used to do back in the day was when we first started running these events, the activity in the IWAR would spike because you were actually setting the matches in. So you'd have like all these leagues with like 50 extra matches or whatever for a while, right? But it got to be a thing where like the matches weren't happening sometimes. There was a mistake on my part or whatever, where just using the scores is easy. If you have a tie, who had the higher score last cycle? Okay, done. So I'm sorry if anyone missed out or whatever, but I should note that James brought up an important point that Boombaye looks like Eddie Murphy playing a wrestler. I noticed that. He looks kind of like Eddie Murphy, and I didn't care. I thought that was fun because Eddie Murphy's.
Yeah. Hey.
And Boombaye's a jack.
At least somebody's looking.
Yeah. It was funny because I was messing around with different like wrestler personas for entrances, and one of them was good, and he had arm placement good, but because he's so big, his hands would get cut off in the poses, and I could not figure out how to fix that. So I was like, all right, different wrestler entrance. Let's say IWAR wide stuff. Okay, so click these off. Question and answers. Johnny B. Cup. We are down. Let me pull this up here. We are down to. Oh, wrong way. We're like our semi or quarterfinal rounds. So the next round will be LePage Turner versus Ravishing Dick Dude, Xavier the Beast versus Hillbilly Kevin, Cowboy Schlitz versus Suyu Pai. I'm gonna say it wrong. Ao Bloodthorn versus Luther Alexander. Killer. That's a Killer Con every time. It's not Killer Con. It's King Con versus Punk Rock Mike.
Racist.
And Starlight versus Kamikaze. Now those winners will advance to the next round, and we'll have more. But we're getting close to that triple threat final. And again, this is a lot of fun, so that's cool. But I want to mention one thing real quick. We had a player that had 3 wrestlers in the Johnny B. Cup that had all advanced, and they were all eliminated this cycle because the player withdrew. So just as far as that goes, like if you're, again, an inactive wrestler, it automatically goes to the active wrestler. So even if they had like a 489 or 476, but the other wrestler was inactive, the active wrestler always moves on. So those wrestlers are actually all off the table right now. So there it is. So that's Johnny B. Cup. The Murano is getting very interesting because it's at the semifinals, and your semifinals, one match is the Kimbo and Timbo Slice versus the Los Americanos, Hank Henkel and Buddy Donner. The McFlahertys taking on Dark Danger and Oliver Livingston. And then Vin Perez and AJ Singh taking on the Von Schnapps. So there's that. Now, the Lethal Lottery trifecta, we had the semifinals. I'm sorry. Yeah, semifinals. And one of the teams, Cactus Jack, 8026, and Double D Christoph, had a 1476 combined strat. The team of Highlight of the Night, Johnny Vegas, Hypnotic, and Texas Judge Tombstone had a 1486 strat as a top score. And then we had 1480s by 2 teams. So we advanced all 3 teams that had the ties. So our final round will be Kamikaze, Squeakers the Clown, and Legend Buzz Prescott, Sean Cordova, Rusty Chains, and Punk Rock Mike, and then Texas Just a Tombstone, Hypnotic, and Highlight of the Night, Johnny Vegas. So where it goes from there will depend. But I also want to mention that if you look at the IWAR magazine, you'll see the rollout for the summer events. Summer Series 8, King of the Ring, number 5, the 3rd Elite Trios Tournament, and the the Lethal Lottery Tag Tournament. So all those events coming up. So if you want in, contact me, let me know. But I think the big thing this issue in the IWAR magazine, besides the cover, would be, of course, the very important news, and that is the IWAR Awards.
About time.
Finally out. So we're going to read through them real quick. You can read the little notes and connotations in there, but start with the second page first. Ladies first. Black Widow League, Wrestle of the Year, Better Than You. Rookie of the Year, Bandita. Most Improved, Gold Digger, Gina Colada. Mike Cook was Manager of the Year. Rachel Van Dorn was the most popular. Saturday Money was most hated. Bandita, most inspirational. Feud of the Year, the Queen, Aria Gunpowder versus Meat Train. The Match of the Year was Rachel Van Dorn defeating Meat Train for the IWAR Women's Championship. The non-wrestler of the year was Sasha, and the moment of the year was Aria Gunpowder repeating as Queen of the Ring. And we went over to New Wave League. So Wrestler of the Year, the Reprobate, Lenny Teague. The Tag Team of the Year was Blitzkrieg and Hypnotic. Six-man team was Blitzkrieg, Hypnotic, and Kamikaze. Rookie of the Year was Scapegoat. Most Improved was Double D Christoph. Manager was Jimmy Jensen. Most popular was Starlight. Most hated was Scapegoat. Inspirational was Swamp Sock Jr. because how can you not be motivated by an insane sock from the swamp that wrestles? Feud was the Aggressive Attention Stable versus the NWL. Match was Kamikaze versus Luther Alexander. I know it was a little bent to make him fit there, but that's okay. Non-wrestler of the year was Lori, Lenny Teague's main squeeze. And the moment of the year was the NWLers, the big match between the NWL alumni and the NWL current guys being ambushed by the No-Win organization. Was that what it was?
Yes.
And Bullman Bolt. Oh, man. Storming the ring. So that was the moment of the year. So then we go up to WTL, Western Trails. Wrestler of the year. I know this makes Darren very happy. Senior Lucha.
Son of a bitch.
Tag Team of the Year, Zephyr and Jahari. Trio of the Year, Buckshot Brothers, Billy, Benji, and Bo. Rookie was Ill-Gotten Gains. Most Improved was Mid-South Maxwell. Patrick Wallace was Manager of the Year. And Mr. Pennynickel was most popular. Senior Lucha most hated. Inspirational was Outlaw Ace and Eights. Feud was In Cahoots versus the Regulators. The Match of the Year was the Regulators defeating Rags to Riches. The non-wrestler of the year was Cactus Jack, the Commissioner. And the moment of the year was Testicles, Lucha's big testicles, gassing out Cowboy Schlitz on their date. Yes, you heard that correctly. All right, moving on to the other set of leagues. Continental, CWL, Wrestler of the Year, the American Patriot. Tag Team of the Year, Benny Factor and Artificial. Six-man Team of the Year, the Nutty Bunnies, 1, 2, and 3. Rookie of the Year, Yakawandashi Bombaye.
Boombaye.
Boombaye. Professor Algernon was most popular. I'm sorry, I was most improved. Sorry about that. Jeremy Workham was Manager of the Year. Popular, Norman the Loon Kefkis. Hated, Mike Freakin' Mason. Inspirational, Doug's blind brother Craig. Feud of the Year, Lazarus Lane versus Samantha Soli. Match of the year was the Civil War finale, which was this huge build-up. I hope I spelled this right. Non-wrestler of the year, Tracy Lords. And the moment of the year, who was the Red Scorpion? The shock of the year was the return of Luther Alexander. Independent Wrestling League, Wrestler of the Year, Father Arturo Bartolo, who repeated as Wrestler of the Year 2 years in a row. The Amazing Graces, Justin and Chase, were the Tag Team of the Year. Michigan Border Patrol, Suyu Pai, Windsor Detroit, and Edward Port Horan were the Six-Man Team of the Year. Magnifico Astro was the Rookie of the Year. Litigation was Most Improved. Adam Kleinow was Manager of the Year. The Chameleon was most popular. The hated was most hated was the Von Schnaps. Well, inspirational was Uncle Slam. Feud of the Year was Ravaging Rex Chambers versus the Chameleon. Match of the year was Ravishing Rex Chambers defeating the Chameleon and Leaves IWL match. Gene Mean was the interview extraordinaire, was the non-wrestler of the year. And the explosive year for Michigan Border Patrol being so dominant was the moment of the year for them. Battle Royal League, repeating as wrestler of the year, was Monster Truck Tanaka. McFlaherty Brothers were the tag team of the year. Polar Circle was the six-man team of the year. Crush Nutella, Low Blow Lamaki, and Tiny Jordan. Rookie of the year was Squeakums the Clown. Most improved was Whitefoot. Manager of the year was Adam Kleinow, which I believe, I gave him 2. Let's see, most popular wrestler, Double R, Rob Ratliff. Hated was Hillbilly Kevin. AJ Hammer was most inspirational. Punk Rock Mike versus AJ 26 was feud of the year. Match of the year was the Page Turner defeating Punk Rock Mike for the global title. Non-wrestler of the year was Miss Americana, the Armed Forces Valet. And the moment of the year was the Suburban Hell Savages implosion, where they turned on each other. And for the IWAR awards, and these are we changed these kind of more like MVPs, like bonus awards to people that really put in the work. So wrestler of the year, or we call it now the IWAR MVP, was Luther Alexander.
Well deserved.
Yes, overdue. The tag team were the Astros, Ultimo and Excelente. The six-man team of the year was Meepo, Beepo, and Meepo, Zippo, and Bleep Beepo. That was Tim Clark's trio in the WTL. Rookie of the year was Kamikaze. Most improved was Mike Rampage Sanders. Manager of the year was Tim Clark. Most popular, Joe Tusa. Most hated, Heman Hoven. Inspirational, Chris Healsborough. Feud of the year was McFlaherty Brothers versus Samoa Death. That's been going on for years, but they really came to a head this year. The match of the year was Lanny Teague winning the Johnny B Cup over Greggy Money and Punk Rock Mike. And the non-wrestler of the year was Big Testicles. And the moment of the year was Sanya Lucha cashing in the IWAR Ladder Match Battle Royal briefcase on Double R Rob Ratliff to win the IWAR World Championship. And that's the award. You can go in and read more details on all this in the current issue of the IWAR magazine. Please feel free to do so. Next cycle, you're going to see obviously more results and whatnot, but you're also going to see the return of the rankings. You're going to have the IWAR draft winner announced, and I was going to do this cycle, and then someone said to me, "Hey, I think the score was this," and I was like, "Oh, that's not who I had." So I got to double check the scores to make sure we're the right winner. And yeah, congrats to. Oh, I should mention the other big thing. This thing I should forget. So the IWAR Cup was won by Takawandashi Bumbaye, and by winning that, he has earned a spot in the main event of the first IWAR Super Show, which is tentatively August 26th. We might do it earlier in the summer. But there's going to be a whole bunch of fun events and like matchups, and it's kind of a way to kind of showcase the IWAR feuds and rivalries. And if you go to this is page 4 of the IWAR magazine, you'll see in the left upper corner is a terribly battered clipping from a Wrestling World magazine listing the 19th. Sorry, this is November of '88, and it has the results from these IWA matches. And things like the six-man bunkhouse brawl, Power Team USA defeating the Von Krupps. I remember Power Team USA. Terry Terrific, the world champion, over Venus Flytrap. I remember who managed Venus Flytrap. Leroy Pierce, like some of these names, I remember the players. King Nacha, he was around forever. And then I showed up the BRL, and he left. Oh, well. But it's a fun little bonus event we're putting together. It'll be, whatever, but there's going to be some cool stuff in there, too. And I'm putting together a very interesting match called the Hoven Invitational. So what this is going to be is a match where you don't really want to be the last one left. So everyone who pins somebody else is eliminated, like the pinner gets eliminated, and you keep going till one person's left, and and that last person will have to become He-Man Hoven's valet for a year. but the person with the best strategy is going to win a free $12 match deal.
Oh, okay.
So it's a little bit of this, and then like for instance, the car keys on a pole match. In storyline, the reprobate Lanny Teague versus Victor Von Schnapp. Victor Von Schnapp has done some despicable things. He implied that Lanny Teague beat his girlfriend.
He did.
He called the cops on them. He had his car repossessed. So the keys to his 1970 Pontiac Barracuda will be on top of a pole or something, And just a throwback. And we got Hell in a Cell. We got Luther Alexander versus Scapegoat.
Maybe.
Maybe.
It depends if Scapegoat beats Bullman Bolt at the next pay-per-view.
Well, then that could be up in the air. So who knows who'll be in this Hell in the Cell with Luther?
Someone will be in there.
I mean, there's so many people that have beef with Luther. It'd be almost worth, having somebody from another league that hasn't even feuded them in several years to come back and have one more final showdown.
It's going to be Aaron Miller.
It's going to be Swamp Sock. That's right.
I just want to let you know that I'm going to put my IWAR MVP award right next to my Zulu award. So I want to have those on the mantle.
Your what award?
My Zulu award. I want a Tommy Zulu award this year too. That's going to go for best fighter. Yeah, so right next on the mantle there. Venom Scott is checking in. You guys haven't checked out the XPL. Go ahead and do that, please and thank you. That's a great league, and Venom Scott's a hell of a commissioner who I stole half my stuff from anyway. So there you go. I do have a special announcement, guys. Just want to let you know I just got the approval today from the IWA. I will be heading over to Jade to take over the Federation Superstar League as their new commissioner. So, guys, if you want to go over to Federation Superstars, that will be in 4 cycles. I'll be taking over that.
That's an
league
April Fool. You're not serious.
April Fools. I don't want to do any more work.
I was like, are you kidding?
Damn it, I was just going over there. Wow. I had Dr. Wanda Shea Jr. coming.
He's kid 6. He can wrestle.
All right, guys. So I think that's it for this evening. Again, if you have any Johnny B questions, you can forward those on to us, so we'll get him to answer those. Don't ask him about briefs or boxers because he refuses to answer that question for me. So one day, maybe on our final show, he will finally answer the question that everyone wants to know.
There you go.
I wear bikini briefs personally.
Commando.
I'm just saying.
Bong, bong, bong.
Backwards.
Nice.
So, what was the age where most people went from? There's a point where you had the tidy whities and you moved on to either boxers or boxer briefs. What age was that?
High school, because you got a girlfriend and you're like, I can't wear tidy whities anymore because it's ridiculous.
I think it was like 11 or 12. Because it was a point where flannel boxers were really like you would wear them so people would see them, like Conan did in WCW. That was the thing.
Oh yeah, that's why I did it too.
Yep.
Well, we know that's why you did it.
Right.
All right, guys. So we are officially out of time. So for Scott.